Monster Brick Reviews.
Here's a look at the off-road vehicle called Summertime 2. Here it is, very clearly modeled after a Land Rover Defender, a pretty classic one. It has 676 pieces, comes with this cargo container that doubles as a display case, and this is model number PB8825 from PowerBlock. And if Summertime 2 is the name of this one, then it must be the spiritual successor to Summertime 1. So Summertime 1 is a Mini Cooper. They call it the Mini Camper. And it's not really a camper, but it's a perfect picnic vehicle. So that is the previous version. Similar pricing, but this old Mini Cooper had almost 50% of the parts. It is the same designer. The designer is Moonrock. Let's see, where is his signature? Right here. It says designer is Moonrock. His stuff is really good. I have a couple of his models. He takes a lot of care to really recreate the details of the vehicles in as much accuracy. The proportions are good. The choices he makes, really terrific. So really look forward to building this one. As with the other models, I'm not really sure if it's 132. Honestly, when they're built, they're probably larger than that. So that's a good thing. As you can see, it comes with a ladder, a rooftop tent, a heavy-duty rack above the roof, two folding like camp-style chairs, a camping lantern, and another one back here that's fallen over. It's got a spare tire, and up in the front there is no winch, but pretty good detail here. All the decorations that you see are printed, and it does have a snorkel along the side and some roof-mounted fog lights at the top. And here you see some more detail about the shaping of the tent. The tent is on the smaller side, but it probably could fit a minifigure. I'm not 100% sure if these are minifigure scale. Leave a comment if you think that they are. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and this little shovel on the back there. So that's a look at the box. Inside are the bags. They are numbered. So bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, bag 4, and bag 5. And the parts are completely compatible with Lego. Very similar colors, if not exactly the same. And the part types are extremely close to Lego's part types. And then as usual with a lot of these sets that you find on Amazon, there's no kind of stamp or logo on the studs. The studs are completely blank. I did see an example of the printing in this bag here. You can see where it says camping, adventure. Over here, this one says outdoor. Right, so I found the prints are typically pretty good in these sets. Here's one that's a little finer and smaller, but you can make out it says Mountain Expedition 1990, I want to say. Yeah, so pretty good detail. I love that those are printed. The only sticker I found was this one, and this is probably one of those transfer prints, like from old school model kits. And this goes in the shipping container, which we'll take a look at in a second. We do get the manual. The instruction manual is on the smaller side. They give you some information. They show you how the transfer prints work, how a brick separator works, and then they just kind of dive in. Now, there are, I would say, maybe twice as many steps per page compared to what you might be used to with Lego. But in this case, I think it's perfectly fine. Their colors, the detail, the printing, it's all really good. Usually you'll have trouble distinguishing between black, dark gray, and gray, but here everything is really crisp and you can tell what the colors are, right? Like you can tell that this is a dark tan that they're using there. So I appreciate that the manual, although they've filled it with a lot more steps, the manual is very, very easy to read. Something I wanted to show you is that it comes with specialized pieces for the fenders. I don't think this is something offered by Lego. And so that means they've actually had to make 2 of those. And it looks like they're different front to back. So that's great. And that adds to the authenticity of the model, make it look a little bit better. What else can I show you in here? The seats in the Moonrock Mini Cooper that I have, the seats are built really well. And you can see they even have their own little headrest. Even the center passenger gets a headrest for that rear seat. And then the front seats go in like this, and they're all on hinges, so you can slightly angle them just a little bit so that they look a little more realistic rather than them being just straight up and down or upright, which I appreciate. And then check this out. They have printed on these 1x1 studs. So can't quite make out what it says. I think it says outdoor, maybe adventure on it. But they printed them so tightly that you can stack them next to each other and then it reads, and it's front and or left and right sides. So I think that's fantastic that they did that. I mean, they could have skimped and said, you know what, let's just give them a sticker. Let's make them apply a sticker across those 3 parts. But they didn't do that. So thank you for doing that, you guys. And then windshield is built up using 3 of those panel pieces, transparent panel pieces, and then angled. I prefer that than using something that doesn't quite fit or is a bad fit. So that's great. And as far as the tires go, we'll take a look at those. I'm thinking they might be a little unusual, the tires. Here is the roof rack being built up. Really well done. All right, and there's the ladder. And it has this little extra extension on the bottom. I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen something like that, but it adds to the realism, not knowing what it is. Okay, and then as you can see, here is the display case that you build. This one is a light gray color, and it has a little placard that hangs on the top so that when you close it, the placard, it's almost like a museum piece. It tells you what it is, and that's what this sticker is. This sticker goes in that little placard up in the corner, and then they show you all the like a parts directory, and then there's the brand Power Build, and then some places it says PowerBlock. So I don't know what the brand is. That's very common with these Amazon brands, is they have multiple brand names and logos all over the thing. Okay, so the shipping container that you see here, these parts right here, they come in this little white box. The white box says nothing wrong with liking what you like. I like that. Nothing wrong with liking what you like. As long as those things are healthy, more power to you. Shipping container comes with these transparent Technic pins and these little tiny things. These are the handles for the shipping container doors. So the parts for it, there's multiple parts. Check out this printing here. I really like that. And this had something new I hadn't expected, which is yellow kind of caution stripes there. And these are in color. So although it's a little subtle, this is a kind of an olive green versus this dark blue for summertime. And you can see there's quite a few pieces in here. Here's the back of that panel, right? So it even has a picture of the Land Rover on it. Some of the panels from the other door. And these doors, once you put them in place, they open on both sides. So it's pretty cool. And lastly, we have this big old transparent piece. And this goes in the front of that shipping container. And so the whole front half of the shipping container folds open so you can get access to the model. I really appreciate that they do that. Taking a closer look, they include separate instructions just for that shipping container. So you can see everything is built up, assembled. You have hinges here. And then you attach these front doors, actually go on that big window piece. And then the whole thing right here, it opens up. Oh, look at that. The color is based on the real thing. That's nice. Thank you guys for doing that. As with the other models from this manufacturer, I'm always impressed with the level of care and detail they put into the build experience. And this one looks like they've put that same amount of care and detail into it. The package design is beautiful. You open it up, everything is nicely organized. They have some printed pieces in there. This, I think, is not in one of their first wave of sets. I think there might be a year separating this set versus this Land Rover set. And so I can already see improvements that they've made. The old set that I have had a lot more of those stickers in it. And there were things in it that were a little bit funky. It looks like they fixed a lot of those issues and have been improving over time, which I really appreciate. All right, cool. I hope that was helpful. If it was helpful, please subscribe or hit like. Those kinds of things help me out. All right, thank you very much.